alone. It's all too big for you. You'll never learn it. Your excuses, you're only human. It's all a lie, what you've been told. Want to believe, but you're not really sold. Something is off, just not quite right. Do what we say now, walk into the light. Just when I thought we had proved, that's when they don't tell the truth. Attack from up above. We watch you from afar. What you say and what you do, your every movement. You're not alone. It's all too big for you. You'll never learn it. Your excuses, you're only human. You'll never learn it. Your excuses, you're only human.
I nearly gave it up, and I nearly lost my mind until you arrived. Until you arrived, I nearly gave it up, and I nearly lost my mind until you arrived. Until you arrived, I nearly gave it up, and I nearly lost my mind until you arrived. Until you arrived, I nearly gave it up, and I nearly lost my mind until you arrived. Until you arrived.
You stepped to me and wouldn't let me go. Kept shaking and baking, but you wouldn't let me say no. Cause I was hurt real bad, couldn't be more sad. I tried to run, and still I couldn't make you mad. Well, that's the action you took, you stood correctly. Every time I got in the mix, you would protect me. I can't handle this, you're like a freaking nature to me. One of a kind, and it happens so naturally. It's been so long since I've seen it, maybe I'm just dreaming. I've been down, I've been down, I've been down. It's been so long since I've seen it, maybe I'm just dreaming. I've been down, I've been down, I've been down.
I nearly gave it up, and I nearly lost my mind until you arrived. Until you arrived, I nearly gave it up, and I nearly lost my mind until you arrived. Until you arrived.
This is your universe and I'm glad to be a part of it. Just to remind you, I take you back to the start of it. It's like you're a sniper and you're happy in your sights, like a technical knockout on Tuesday night fights. You're the best, girl, I love you to death, until my heart stops beating or I take my last breath. It's critical to let you know how different you are. My life's a sitcom and you're the star. It's been so long since I've seen it, maybe I'm just dreaming. I've been down, I've been down, I've been down. It's been so long since I've seen it, maybe I'm just dreaming. I've been down, I've been down, I've been down.
I nearly gave it up, and I nearly lost my mind until you arrived.
chickens? In the same hill. Woo-wee. Man. Doggone. Working on the farm is hard. Man, I tell you, I need a change of pace. You know what? I'm gonna get out of here. Come on, y'all. Let's go.
I'm packing up and leaving town. Adios, amigos. Now moving down to Texas, Filled up the Ford and drove westbound. When I saw a sign that said, "Welcome to El Paso," yeah. 915, only positive vibes. Something in the air, kinda hard to describe. With the sun shining down on you all day long. Spotify's playing your favorite song. On the 10, headed downtown. Big old smile with the windows rolled down. Never stressed or feeling depressed. No bad mood, cause I'm hashtag blessed, yeah. This place will change you when you're here in El Paso. All of your troubles disappear in El Paso. The skies are blue and crystal clear in El Paso. So just enjoy the atmosphere in El Paso. The grass is green in Tennessee, and Georgia's got the sweetest peaches growing on their trees. Arkansas's a sight to see. In that gumbo that they're cooking on down in New Orleans. But there's only one place that's got my heart. Sun City was the choice right from the start. The warm sunset puts my mind at ease, like a palm tree blowing in the desert breeze. You'll see, I guarantee. Let's take a little cruise, you'll agree with me. So if you're sad or feeling down, El Paso is your kind of town. This place will change you when you're here in El Paso. All of your troubles disappear in El Paso. The skies are blue and crystal clear in El Paso. So just enjoy the atmosphere in El Paso. This place will change you when you're here in El Paso. All of your troubles disappear in El Paso. The skies are blue and crystal clear in El Paso. So just enjoy the atmosphere in El Paso. In El Paso. In El Paso.
Oh, man. Another sunny day. I love this place, man.
In El Paso.
Let's go grab a bite, y'all. Munch down on some Chico's tacos. In El Paso.
So, a creature for my amusement. Prepare for battle.
Well, it's nighttime, don't you know? There's a place you need to go. Grab your gal and grab your bow, cause it's time for the secret show. If you're feeling sad and low, and you're running out of dough, make it quick, don't take it slow, and head for the secret show. It's time for the secret show.
Well, now, hey there, hey now. That's what was it? Oh shit! Never mind. Fuck it. Too many things to remember in that joke, and I ain't about it. You guys hear me? Okay? Everybody good? You hear this guy? Hey, He's always here. He's always here. You stay there. Don't go any lower. Because, we got a show to do. You can do that later. Yeah. What happened? Good evening. Let me make sure this is the right show. Yes, good evening. Yeah. Although we have a bit of news. We're going to do a little bit of news. We're going to do a little morning stuff here in a little bit. But then we'll have funsies after it. But first I got to fix this. Oh, my God. OCD. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this is a secret show. I'm your host, Dick Clark. We got Dingo over there on Rumble. Good to see you, Dingo. Good to see everybody here. We got a bunch over here on the rock on the YouTubes. I'm pretty sure we have our lurkers on Rockfin. Rockfin is a weird place, man. It's like, do people still use Rockfin? I know like Kate and a few others do, but I don't know. It just seems to be, going away. Not going away, but you know what I mean. Sean's here, Sean Miller. Good to see you. We got Peace Dub in the house. Always a pleasure. Kill your egregores. Who else? We got Corbeck Williamstein. For show. Midnight Karma. It's time to change your name to 8 p.m. Karma. That's a good one. Wait, let me get that up there. Yeah. Let's put that up there. It's time to change my name to 8 p.m. But dump tis. Wait, we do. We have a thing for that, don't we? We do. I forgot. This is the show with all the wackies on it. Who else we got in here? We got Chuck's Intergalactic UFO Show floating out there. Steve Gee. I hope I said your name right. You're a wrench, so I should know you. Know your name, I should say. Max is here. Good to see you. Yeah, a lot of people's here. Willie Bragg. What is up from capitalist hell world called work? Exactly, Willie. I hope you're having a good night, brother man. The Quantum Alchemist. Don't know this one yet. Guess I found the secret show. Well, welcome. Hang out with us. We got a little bit of news, but then we're going to do some fun sillies. Probably not going to have a long show tonight. Maybe an hour. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Who else is here? CBC voter. Good to see you. Happy Saturday to you as well. Of course, Miguel and floating the peace sign there. Word to the mother. And Kate, of course. Good to see you. And Rick's sneaking in there. Good to see you, Rick. Rick taking a smoke break from hell, hanging out with us. In case you didn't know, Rick is the concierge at hell. So he makes sure that your seat is nice and toasty. If you have any problems, good, because that's part of the service. Yeah, it's good to see you. I hope everybody's having a good night. It is Saturday night, and next Saturday is going to be Saturday the 14th, which was a Richard Benjamin movie back in the 80s, I want to say. Yeah, Rick does know the nicer sides of hell. That's where he takes his chick. He's like, hey, this is where all the hot stuff is, but let me show you where the really hot stuff is. Oh, not you. Not that hot. No, my friend. What do we say? That's too sexy. That's too sexy. Oh, I don't have that one anymore. I'll have to get that back. Okay. But I do have this.
Sometimes I doubt your commitment to sparkle motion.
I sure as fuck do, man. None of y'all ready for sparkle motion. Jesus Christ. Practice. That's how you get to that place with the thing. Anyway, it is Saturday night. What's going on with everybody? I think Beauty and the Boomer was on earlier tonight. Good to see them again. If you are new or newish and you're not subscribed, please do so. If you could like, share, and subscribe to stuff. I kind of like that kind of thing. Wait a minute, where's the thing? Follow the word of the chicken. I always obey you, master. Everything you tell me, I do. Everything. Even the murders. Wait, what? I wasn't supposed to say that part out loud. Sorry. Erase that part. Can you just rewind? we'll just record over that. Yeah, so my buddy Ed was telling me that Syria is taking a dump, right? So let's get all the serious stuff out of the way. I wanted to talk about this real quick. So this is breaking news. Hope somebody's got some super glue to fix it. Opposition fighters have taken the Syrian capital, Damascus. So this is from Al Jazeera. I've looked at other sites like RT and The Cradle and Middle East Monitor, and I haven't seen anything else that's saying that it's for real, that the capital's been taken. I mean, I'm not saying it hasn't, but big news in Syria if it's true. So Syrian President Bashar al-Assad is said to have fled Damascus to an unknown destination as opposition fighters entered the capital and people poured out onto the streets and public squares in celebration. Fighters have entered the heart of Damascus and declared a new era free of revenge, inviting Syrians overseas to return. Hadi al-Barra, who heads the Syrian political opposition coalition overseas, declared Damascus free of al-Assad and congratulated the Syrian people. Syrian Prime Minister Mohammed Ghazi al-Jalali says he remains in his home, willing to cooperate with the opposition and wants to ensure public institutions continue to function. At the same time, Abu Muhammad al-Jalani, head of the main fighting group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, has ordered opposition fighters to not attack any public institutions and services. So apparently Bashar was in power since 2000, I think. And his father Hafez before him, so it was a 50-year rule of the I remember when his father was in charge. I'm that old, so as people like to remind me. So fighters released the prisoners held in the Sednaya prison north of Damascus, as they've done in other cities they've taken during their advance over the past 10 days or so. And it has been quick. There's been like no real opposition to these fighters. Ham's strategic location meant that once the rebel fighters controlled it, they had severed the connection between the capital and al-Assad's coastal strongholds of Latakia and Tartus. Tartus? Not that Tartus, stupid. Sorry. Anyway, so that's your update on the newsy news on what's happening there. Wild stuff. So more information is probably gonna. It's developing right now. So apparently Assad has fled the country. And at one point they were tracking his flight, and then his flight disappears, and yeah. This is some bizarre shit. So we'll be talking about this on Monday, obviously. So yeah, always like to keep you informed. Choosey's here. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Wait, how does War and Peace start? Good there. Good. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, that was yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that, but I don't know where where Assad is. That's what's fucked up. Is where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Bashar al-Assad? They should have like the little hat, like Carmen Sandiego. I'm sure you do, Rick. You dirty mischief maker. Yeah. So that's going on over there. What's going on over here? Well, you know what's up. Always know what's up when it's time for Saturday night. It's time for chickens, and it's time for Chicken City. Somewhere on the east coast of Canada, we figured it out because there was a clock on here one time, and it said it was like a super East Coast time. It was like one East Coast, it was like further. I said, you can't have. What are you, out in the water? But apparently it was Eastern Canada. So that's Chicken City, And I'm pretty sure it's pretty cold there. Good thing they got their feathers to keep them warm. You know what I mean? Because it's pretty cold. Although this weekend's not bad in Chicago, 40s, and it's 43 right now for this late at night, so that's not bad. And then think tomorrow's supposed to be in the 50s here. It's been wild, crazy, and this is the kind of weather that gets you sick too. You know what I'm saying? It's like it'll be too cold, and then it'll warm up real quick, and then it'll be cold again, and your body's just like, what the fuck, dude? What is going on? So please, for the love of Pete, make sure you're taking care of yourselves out there. Get a lot of vitamin C, vitamin D, but your husband's name is whatever. Is that what you say to your husband? And she's like, honey, will you take the garbage out? He's like, I'll do it when I want. And she says, whatever. But, sounds like she's, brushing it off, but she's really, calling out her husband. Quantum says, weather here in Germany. Oh, you're in Germany. Welcome. Weather here in Germany was relatively normal so far, relatively cold and humid, though. Definitely colder than 2 years ago. Not as cold and humid as last year, I guess. Okay. Yeah, weather, Germany has some of that crazy European weather over there too. Did you guys get a lot of rain too, like over the summer? I think, Asia got a shit ton of weather, especially a lot of rain. It was weird. It's like in the same areas you had too much rain and then you had too much drought. It's like, man, this fucked up. This country's fucked up. This world's fucked up. Yeah, so all right, Quantum, you seem pretty cool. We'll put you in the mix. We don't like white people in our chats, by the way, so that's kind of a thing. So yeah, now you're now you're a Smurf. You have to help us fight off Gargamel. So this is in Myanmar. This is wild. So this lady is shooting. This is how oblivious people are to world events. How some people are oblivious to world events, I would say. But this is kind of wild. So this is this is in oops, wrong way. What the hell? Why are you doing this to me? So this is in Myanmar. And this lady's just working out, right? She's just doing her thing. She's just doing this, PE instructor, inadvertently capturing a moment in Myanmar's history. Behind King Hanin Huai, the coup is in process. So there's a progress. There's a coup back there. All these people, that's a coup. And she's like, shake, 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 Sinora, shake your body right. Work, 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 Sinora, work it all the time. Love, love, love. Sorry. Anyway, so I thought that was wild. That's pretty much like at this point, the SUVs and armored vehicles are closing in on Parliament with the military about to seize power, and she's sweating to the oldies. The music by Tanstorm X fittingly includes they are coming one by one to fight over the throne. Wow. And she didn't plan this either. And she's wearing a mask too, which is kind of fun. It just adds to the intrigue that is people working out while a coup is going on. Coup! What the fuck? 1 and 2 and overthrow, and let's get the military in charge. Sorry. Why was she wearing a mask outside? That is I don't know. You know what? But you know what? Before the pandemic, a lot of Asian people that I saw in New York were wearing masks, right? Because especially like if you're from China, like I think Shanghai is very, very polluted air there. And so a lot of times they will wear masks there to keep the pollution out. That has nothing to do with viruses. So then they come to America And they wear the mask here, which I don't blame them, because America is just a shithole. Who knows what kind of diseases you're going to catch over here? In fact, we have an entire song just about our sexually transmitted diseases that's coming up later in the show. I know you're welcome in advance for that. Let me see what we got next here. Yeah, so the world is burning, and here we are just fucking around. Social emotional learning in the house. Good to see you. I hope you are doing quite well this evening. I hope you're warm wherever you are, and if you are warm wherever you are, enjoy it, because apparently this winter is really gonna suck. So layer up. Make sure you wear layers. Wear your booties. Social emotional learning with Dr. Donnie. That's so great. Is that an actual show? Because I'd love to watch it. That's why you gotta wear a mask, because of sexually transmitted diseases. STDs? You think so? But, I mean, are you going to wear a mask, though, when you're, like, munching cooter? I don't think so. I mean, you know, I don't think that's, you know, how does that work? You got, she's like, can you take that mask off when you're eating me out? And he's like, no, I got to be safe, baby. You know, you might have critters.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd give it away for $1. You don't want them critters. No, thank you. Some crotch creatures roaming around there. Yeah, it's like that. Sorry if you're new. It's fun. Hey, you like cheaters? I know you do. I like cheaters. I like people who cheat. I think they're fun. So we got a couple here that are pretty fun. All right, so this is this guy found out that his girlfriend cheated on him on Thanksgiving with another person, and so this guy's calling her out. This is him calling her out here. This person.
Because I feel like I'm gonna be abandoned right now.
You made a decision
You're
and you got
leaving
caught.
me. Decision to do what?
You didn't just make a decision, you made a dick-cision. What are you talking about?
Decision.
And you got caught.
It wasn't even that
You went behind my
serious.
back
It
and you went
wasn't
to
that
somebody's
serious.
Okay, I have made myself a flag for it, so I'm...
I love how she's yelling at him. She says, it wasn't that serious. This is Dustin Pointer on YouTube. So he has the red flag, green flag. That's the, you know, he waves the red flag if there's like crazy bitches. But let's continue.
I'm just gonna hang out here and dissociate.
It was just a one-time thing, and we used protection.
We used
It wasn't
protection.
for that long.
It wasn't even for
Anyone
that
like
long.
Animal Crossing? Huh?
You're overreacting.
You're overreacting.
I only did it because you didn't answer your fucking phone. Like,
So she cheated on this guy because he wouldn't answer his phone. So guys, gals, if you want somebody to cheat on you, exactly. Ding, 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 ding. Run, bitch, run for your life. Get some help, as Dave Chappelle said. You know, when he was with Wayne Brady.
Befuddled heel click!
You know what I'm
literally
doing?
never
I'm always
there
at the
for
gym.
me. You want gym?
Alright, how long was this going on for?
Like for a month, but it wasn't even that serious.
The patience on this man. Do your adrenal glands even produce cortisol?
The traffic is tight. Like, where are you going?
Yay! We love it when cheaters get busted like that. Fuck them. That's why people can't hang on to relationships these days. They're just like, you know, they're all just like, short attention span theater is what it is, right? There's too many things. There's too many shinies. There's too many baubles. There's too many distractions to where, like, you know, I think it used to be the divorce rate was 50% when I was a kid, you know, back in the Stone Age. And now I think it's worse. It's not cheating if you wear a condom. That's true. That's right. You're wearing a raincoat. You only consume adrenal glands. Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, it's good to, you know, focus on your diet. prioritize the foods in whatever adrenochrome you want to do that. Wait, Kate's polyamorous? What? Wait, where did that happen? You're in an open marriage? You didn't tell me that. Now I don't know what to think. I'm scared. No, I you know what? I couldn't do the open relationship. Whenever I'm with a lady, I'm quite monogamous. So, she, on the other hand, she's probably got like a whole bunch of dicks she's sucking. I don't even know what that is.
You do it because you've got a nipple fetish, motherfucker.
I have a nipple fetish, but it doesn't affect my relationships. I'm very respectful of nipples. I have nipples. I respect I like my nipples. Take a walk on the wild side. Just film it and post it to Pornhub, and now you were doing porn, not cheating. It's just work, baby. I still love you. Oh, it's Ghost Art. Okay. I forgot you had a second channel there. Okay, Ghost Art. Good to see you, bud. The other cases, no one would know it was cheating if it wasn't for the condom. Right. Nah, man, it's like, your old lady comes home and she said she was out with the girls, and then he goes, wait a minute. Is that dick juice? I smell dick juice. You've been fucking, haven't you? No, I smell dick juice. I smells it. I know what it smells like. I got a dick. I've been telling you all along, I don't have to be an ex-wife. I'm in an open marriage. That means you are not responsible for my maintenance. Woo-wee. If you got a Wonder Woman outfit, I'm coming to Canada. I am in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying,
I get my kicks above the waistline, sunshine.
But then sometimes below too. Because daddy likes to munch a little kitty. It's good for them. It's good for you. It's good for everybody, right? If you're not eating pussy, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. If you're like, I will not put my lips on her labia, that's where pee and babies come from. And I'm like, well, they're not there now. Like while they're not there, maybe take advantage of the situation and nom, 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 nom. Come on. I had a friend who, if it was out too long, his wife would let me smell your dick. Where you been, honey? Oh, I was just out with the boys. He's down there shooting some pool. Yeah. Let me smell your dick. Come on, pull it out. Let's. Oh, that smells like the fucking fishmonger. You smell like you've been down to the docks. Well, Michael Douglas said he got throat cancer from eating pussy. I call bullshit on that. I am saying that is some bullshit. There is no way you're going to get throat cancer from noshing on the axe wound. That's not a thing. All right? You don't get cancer from eating anything. I don't think. You might.
Get your hand off my penis!
Thank you, Quantum. I think it is too. I think he just wanted a cool way. I think he probably did have throat cancer, but he wanted, instead of saying, pity me, feel sorry for me, he said, yeah, I got it by eating pussy. And then the thug life comes down, the shades come down, the little joint comes out of his mouth, It's one of those things. What else is going on, guys? How's your week been? Have you decided on a place to to build your presidential library. That's one thing you should do. Especially if you want to be president someday. You gotta make sure you get that locked down right away, right? You see that penis knows his judo well. Hell yeah. I don't even know what that means, but I know what it means. I don't know. I'm just saying, it's been a while since I've eaten pussy. I don't know. Maybe it's changed. Maybe it's got more sugar in it now. Maybe it's, more sodium. I don't know how that works. I know I used to have all of them. What the hell? Why is this not doing that? Everything is crazy. I don't know. I think did this stop working? Interesting. All right, so I don't have chat the rest of the night. That's good. Or I do at the bottom, but I don't have it here. This is wild. Hang on just a second. No. Okay. All right, we're in good shape. Anyway, fuck it. Like I said, we're not going to be on too long tonight. So, I love some solid JJ, and I love a theme too. So, I thought this was funny. This dropped today. Solid JJ on the YouTubes. They have some quality still frame cartoons from the 70s, like your Super Friends, your old Avengers, that kind of thing. But they put a little twist on it. Some of you regulars know what I'm talking about. So this is Solid JJ, and this is Lois Lane cheating on Clark Kent. Let's watch.
How was that for an interview, Miss Lane?
You never disappoint, Blue.
Well, on that note, I must be off.
Wait, Superman, there's actually a few more things I'd like to ask you off the books. Would you be open to a one-on-one interview? Say, my place. You all right?
Well, shucks, Miss Lane, I sure am flattered, but that wouldn't be fair to your boyfriend Clark, now, would it? What? What do you mean,
I mean, come on. Look,
What do you mean,
I like the guy, but you're Superman. That's like a universal hall pass.
A universal what?
Yeah, like, I'd be stupid not to shoot my shot here.
What does any of that mean? Okay, look, being that as it may, I'm sure you're just letting your excitement get the better of you here, and you wouldn't actually want to hurt Clark's feelings, right?
No, I've thought this through pretty well.
Of course you have.
I mean, he's never around when you're here, like, suspiciously so, which means it's not like he'd ever find out.
Oh, not a clue.
And don't get me wrong, he's a wonderful, nice, sweet guy. But give me the signal and I'm out of there.
Really? You would just break it up with him? Just like that?
Yeah.
And if I might ask, are there any others that you'd consider to be in that universal hallway range?
Superman, come on, you're special to me. 14.
14?
I can name him if you want. Batman, Hawkman, Atomic Knight.
No, Sam, I don't want to hear Atomic Knight. The fuck do you mean Atomic Knight?
Hey, have you seen Clark? I have that 5 I owed him.
Oh, we were actually just talking about him behind his back.
Oh, cool. You know he eats paper?
What?
Wow.
Yeah, Post-it notes, loose leaf, whatever.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he does. I sit right next to him. He does it all the time.
Oh, well, I guess I can't refute that.
So what are you two talking about?
Well, honestly, I was trying to get the two of us alone.
But what about Clark?
Thank you.
Wait, what am I saying? You're totally like a universal hall pass.
No, you've got to be kidding.
I know, but for some reason, the whole in a relationship thing seems to be a turnoff.
Trust me, Soups, he wouldn't mind.
Oh, wouldn't he now?
Yeah, seriously.
So you two would be willing to tell him about this, right? I mean, if you saw him.
100%.
Of course.
Well, won't you look at that? Look who just showed up. Hey, gang, what are you talking about?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Really?
Yeah, Jimmy and I were just taking in the city. Taking it in.
I'm Jimmy Olsen.
Really? There's nothing? Nothing you wanted to tell me about anything? Or anyone? Specifically? About me? To me?
I'm Jimmy Olsen.
Look up there, it's a boat or a plane!
Oh, it's Superman.
It's always 50-50 until he's up close.
Hey, gang, did you talk to good old Clark?
Yep, he's cool with it.
I can vouch.
Clark, are you okay?
Talk about he's chasing me. Please, I'm bleeding out.
Golly, Clark! I'll call 911.
Hey, I'm back. Anything noteworthy?
No.
Just chilling, man.
Oh my God! Take those off. You look horrible.
You've known this whole time, didn't
Since like day one, yeah.
I'm Jimmy Olsen.
you? Hey, Batman, have you ever wished you could roleplay as a real superhero?
Well, with the 40th.
Okay. That's a commercial shit. Fuck the commercial shit. But go to their site, Solid JJ on YouTube. They never disappoint. I mean, Jesus. It's just like, it's Clark Kent. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is new. It's weird. It's coming across there. Well, at least the chat's coming across there. So I'll just have to read it over here. So yeah, our theme tonight is cheating, and you get what you deserve when you cheat, and hopefully you get an STD. CJ popping in. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Hopefully you like Lois a little more now. I do too. Well, not really, because she's still kind of a cunt. But wait, what? Did I say that out loud? But I mean, it's true. It's like, if Superman and Clark Kent were like, split in half, and there was just Clark Kent and there was just Superman, of course she's gonna go for Superman. He can fly. The whole sex thing though might be a little bit wonky because he has the super penis.
Get your hand off my penis!
They probably just like, bore a hole in her. So you have to be careful. Can't be doing the pile driver. You're gonna Choosy says, don't eat pussy, kids. It's bad, okay? This was a public service message from Michael Douglas. Super Wang. I mean, seriously, how did they even have a kid? In like some of the things, like they're married and they got kids, and it's just like, okay, everything about him is like bulletproof, right? So that would mean his sperm would probably come shooting out like bullets, right? Like he's got a dick gun, right?
This is dick crazy.
Yeah, it would be just like, like you had an AK-47 or something like that, and you just end up destroying the egg, and it's just like, looks like something out of an 80s Rambo movie or something like that. When Superman comes, does it leave a hole in the top of her head like a gut? That's what I'm saying. And pull a Kurt Cobain on her ass, It's like, what happens, Superman? Bitch couldn't take the head. I don't know what to tell you. So we had our little 80s superhero girl. Turns out it's not really an 80s, but she does all her videos like retro, like super cringe 80s stuff. What is her name? I keep forgetting her name. Her name is Caroline Konstnar. 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 That's a wild name. So, in honor of people cheating and catching cooties and crotch critters, we need a little theme song. And it's time for the STD song. Let's go.
When you're hanging with the girl and she's looking nice, you think you'll wanna smooch her face, but what is the price? AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, scabies, and crabs. Think you want them down your pants? No, you raging. Now this shit has really hit, and I feel like James Dean. But don't let that distract from all these violent STDs. HPV, HIV, spooky vaginosis. Sitting with your naked bod is evil and atrocious. Time is a construct we all follow. Nothing is real, no one is here. We all die, why do we cry? I once a man. I can't feel my hands. I can't feel my hands.
Yo, this bitch is tripping.
AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, scabies, and crabs. Think you want them down your pants? No, you raging. HPV, HIV, spooky vaginosis. Sitting with your naked bod is evil and atrocious.
Spooky vaginosis. What? Vaginosis? Wait a minute, what was that? What was that? I want to see that spooky vaginosis. I thought that, there it is. And then you can't see her hair. See, spooky vaginosis. It said, was it, instead of groovy-licious, it's, she eats blue waffles. Wait, what? I don't know what that means. Is that like some sort of sex code? Because, you know, I don't think that's right for you to say stuff like that. Trichomoniasis. What is that? Why did you cut it just when she was going for the wardrobe failure? I didn't cut it, Choosy. She cut it. It ain't my fault. Fuck, man. I just play the shit. Sex with Superman was mind-blowing. Exactly. Yeah, boom. Yeah, don't, you know, if you that's the thing, like, if you get in a relationship with somebody who cheats, guess what? They're gonna cheat on you, because that's what cheaters do. They have short attention spans, and then they yeah, you know, they find, like I said, it's like short attention spans, and then squirrel, you know, they see something else shiny and new, then they go after that, and then that's it, you know. So just beware of your lovers. Make sure your lovers are true, and you see them red flags, you better start running, because, you know, they start talking about somebody else like that, the way they used to talk about you. You're like, ooh, wait a minute. I'm here to help, folks. I'm here to help. Supercalifragilistic spivaginosis. This comes from somewhere close. Yeah, don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. You know, I don't know. People a lot of times, you know, they get all romantic and stuff over during the holidays, and, you know, then they find out that the person they're being romantic with is being romantic with somebody else. But that happens, you know, and yeah, so if it happens to you, I'm sorry. But it wasn't really, I didn't really plan that. I just go through and I look for random shit on here to play for you guys, and I found the two. Of course, the solid JJ, but the other one, the Thanksgiving one, that one kind of, I was like, that guy was like really calm, and she was just like, it wasn't serious. She was pleading. She said, I do not wish to let this delicious penis go. Yeah, so anyway, so that was that. I don't know if any of y'all are gamers. I'm a little bit of a gamer. I like to play some of these games. Like, I like the open world, you know, stuff like Skyrim, that kind of stuff. I think that's pretty cool. But you know, it's sometimes you get stuck at a certain level, and like the morality plays into it, you know, like some of these games, like I think Red Dead Redemption, that has like a morality meter. So if you're just going around just capping every single thing in sight, you know, you're gonna trend towards evil. And if you're like saving puppies and kittens and, you know, children from rivers and stuff, then it goes to good, right? But some people, some NPCs, they have jobs, and they are very devoted to their jobs. So I just wanted to show you an example of this. This is called When Choices Make No Difference, from Viva La Dirt League. I thought this was kind of fun. It's only a minute long.
If it were any other way. Wait. What's going on here? Oh, adventure! The town of Honeywood has convicted this man of murder. Killing this man is wrong.
If you kill this man, you are no better than he is.
You're right. You make some good points. I will carry out the execution.
Wait, what? What? wait, what's going on here?
Oh, adventure! What should I do?
Skip.
Kill him, I say, and enjoy the blood on your hands.
Great!
Wait, what's going on here?
Oh, adventure in the town. What should I do?
I can't let you do this. If you so much as swing that blade.
I will carry out the execution.
Really? Wait, what's going on here?
Oh,
Skip.
What should I do? Your silence has given me pause for thought.
Yeah.
Who am I to kill this man? Oh, that's right. I'm the executioner. Were any of
You're like trying to not get people killed in a game, and they're like, nah, fuck it, they're gonna die. It's like when you try to save what's his name in Red Dead Redemption 2 and you can't do it, can't save him. And all you do is you get the sad cutscenes. They're pretty sad. You guys talking about Steve Perry? I heard Steve Perry was a big old, like, you know, support Israel. And you're like, oh, really? Come on, Steve Perry. Not you too. That's the thing, man. It's like these celebrities and your, you know, these musicians that you really like. Shut your fucking mouth. That's what you want to tell them, right? I don't want you. I found out that, you know, what's his name? Donald Fagen from Steely Dan was a wife beater. And I love me some Steely Dan music. I'm like, damn it. So every time I hear, you know, Bad Sneakers or Bodhisattva, I just think of a wife beater. But a wife beater that knows how to play good music. And that's where I'm torn. It's like, I love this music, but I can't stand this guy. And now Steve Perry's doing it like, we've got to help Israel. And you're like, oh, really? Do we have to? We don't have to. We don't have to help Israel. I mean, do we really? I'm just saying, yeah, the disappointment is real. For sure, Miguel. It is so disappointing. This has been one big ass year of disappointment. And a lot of all these old school actors that I knew as a kid, you know, kicking off this year too. And it's just like, fuck, man, you know, slow down, stop with this, you know, stop with this insane, you know, depression, you know, but it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, you know, so. But like I say, you know, we got to hit the streets, man. You know, these electoral politics, we tried it. We tried it over and over and over again. And it seems to be getting worse. You know, we seem to be getting worse and worse people each time we do this. So maybe we should stop voting, at least on the national level, and starts doing stuff in the communities too. I think that's where it needs to be. It needs to, you know, when you say I can kill your Gregory says I can separate the art from the person. I draw the line at Cosby though. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Right. And I wasn't like a super fan of Cosby's. I mean, I watched the Cosby Show when I was a kid. I watched Fat Albert. That's what really disappoints me is the fact that the guy on Fat Albert turned out to be a fucking rapist piece of shit. The late Marquis Smith from The Fall also used to beat his wife, which was a bummer. That's from Willie. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know. Like, if you're somebody that's like takes drugs or something like that, who cares, right? You know, I would be even like, oh, I robbed a bank. I'm like, okay, cool. But, you know, beating your spouse, you know, or, you know, pulling for genocide, that's, you got to draw a line, right? Cosby just got his mansion repoed. Yeah, he's been out of prison now for a couple of years now, so he says he wants to start touring again. I'm like, no, dude, too soon. Probably too soon forever, because if anything, with the woke crowd out there, you're definitely going to get people protesting, right? So he could be inside doing his thing, and then the protesters are outside at every show that he does for the rest of his life, however long that is. I don't know. I think the Puddin' Pops prolonged his life by about another 10 years. Yeah, never meet your heroes, Rick. You're right. Uh, although, yeah, like you get lucky though sometimes, right? I said on this show before, I met Robin Williams when I worked at the bookstore in Hollywood, and I was so afraid he was going to be a total dick because I really loved Robin Williams, right? One of my comedy inspirations growing up, big Mork and Mindy fan. And I was thinking to myself, all right, please don't be a dick. And he was one of the nicest people I ever met. We had a cafe in the bookstore there, and he went in the cafe, just got a little small coffee, and tipped the guys like $20-$30, something like that. He was looking for a CD for his kid. I think it was a Red Hot Chili Peppers CD. But that was the one time I met a hero, and I wasn't disappointed. I actually met Phil Hartman one time too in North Mississippi. He was doing some sort of charity event there, and I was working at the TV station, and they sent me up there just to shoot some B-roll, right, and get some interviews if we could. And I got an interview with him, and he was just like, he was helping me with the camera stuff. He goes, "You need a little more light. You want me to move over this way?" And he was just like, be really super. He was just like super nice, very, very cool person. And then I think it was about less than a year later. That's when his wife his wife killed him. I think, and then she killed him herself. It was crazy. It was crazy. I don't give a fuck about celebrities' opinion. Can you act? Saying run the ball. Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, political opinions these days are just kind of useless anyway, because politics is useless. At least on the national level, we have to do things at the ground level first, in our own communities, in our own towns and cities, wherever we're at. I know there's fans of Jill Stein in the chat, but if the Green Party, I know the Green Party has faced a lot of obstacles with getting on ballots in states with the Democrats trying to keep them off. But if the Green Party or some party can start doing more local and state action as far as like elections are concerned, then you might have a chance. But you're also going to need to have some state ballot initiatives too, because that's the only thing you're going to be able to use to fight some of these heinous laws. And then, go to court. You're going to have to go to court like on a lot of things that these people are going to try to run through. Of the things they've already run through with the Democrats, and God knows what Trump's going to run through too. So, you met a few like Iron Maiden and Morgan Freeman, both super nice. I didn't know Morgan Freeman was in Iron Maiden. No, I'm kidding. I knew he was. He's not in Iron Maiden. Stop it. But yeah, I mean, the only people, I never really met any heroes, I guess, right? I had people that I worked with that I looked up to when I was starting off in local television, right? I was in the production department, and great reporters, news anchors there, very knowledgeable people, taught me a lot about journalism. And I consider those people heroes of mine because they did good work. They would expose they would expose crime through investigative reporting. We would help people whenever there were major weather events, like tornadoes and stuff like that, or flooding, getting people out of harm's way and informing them of the information. You just feel good knowing that you've done that for people, service, providing a service to people like that. And when you work with people who work equally as hard and with as much passion and care about, the people in their community, it's something different. It is something really special, and it doesn't come along very often at all. So, you met Alice Walker, Miss Color Purple. Her teeth were horrible, but she said she liked my clothing style, so I let it go. Social emotional learning with Dr. Donnie. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've had run-ins with people like who say, don't you know who I am? right? I had that happen one time. Somebody, this guy from General Hospital, Tony Geary, right? From Luke and Laura fame, if you're old enough to remember that, and you gave a shit about soap operas back then. So he was in the same bookstore, and he came up to the register, and somebody was ringing him up. And at the time, we had this policy where if you were using a credit card, you had to show your ID too, right? So he pulls out the credit card, says Tony Geary on there, or Anthony Geary, and she says, I'm sorry, I just need to see some ID. And he goes, don't you know who I am? And I looked at him and said, yeah, you're that guy who was in that movie with the Fat Boys, right? Weren't you in that Disorderlies? Weren't you in that movie? And he was like, when you name shitty projects that they've been in, then you kind of have it. When you hit the ego, that's what you want to hit the biggest targets on somebody when you're going after somebody like that. So the ego is number one. Tell them that their body of work is pretty much shit. They don't like that. So that's a good starting point. And then from there, you can, be creative with your insults, that sort of thing. I'm telling you, man, I'm growing this beard out, and so hopefully by Crema, it'll be nice and fluffy. But right now it's just a little bit more, it's like you're kind of, it's a Gen X old beard, where it's kind of short, but you still look old. Ran into Eva Longoria one time at a Spurs game years ago before she got all lived up. Oh man. Desperate Housewives. That's right. I remember her. I've never seen an episode of that show. Never seen it. There's a lot of shows I've just never seen. And I used to be a TV junkie back in the day. I used to memorize the TV guide. That's how I knew. And my dad he wouldn't even look at the TV guide and say, what's on tonight? I said, well, tonight at 8:00, it's going to be Three's Company with Laverne and Shirley right afterwards. Anyway, met Mila Jovovich at Comic-Con years back. She's sweet and super tiny. Where did you go to Comic-Con, Kill Your Gregories? Was that in New York, or was that San Diego? I met the great granddaughter of Dwight Eisenhower. Oh, Willie, really? I hear she's the great granddaughter. She's like a big UFO nut too. She's like all into that stuff. That's the word on the street. Oh, San Diego. Okay, I've been to the one in New York, Egregories. I used to go to that one all the time for many years. But it's just not fun anymore. It used to be fun, but now it's just like, I don't know. It's just too many fucking people, and just, it used to have like all kinds of free stuff too. Like the first couple days, you get like 3 or 4 free shirts, these promotional shirts that like some of the vendors were giving out. And then now it's just like, get nothing. And they jacked up the prices too for the tickets. It's Hollywood Con now. Yeah. Rick says, I haven't really watched a TV show since like 2000. I've seen some shows on streaming service, but not like network stuff, I don't think. I can't remember like the last ABC, NBC, or CBS show that I watched like on the regular, like recently. I was watching, I think it was on Apple Plus, the For All Mankind. It's like this alternate history thing if the Russians had landed on the moon first instead of the United States. Oh wait, we didn't land there at all. Right? We didn't land there at all. That's what Stanley Kubrick made a fake movie. Yeah, it's you got to know someone to get tickets nowadays. Yeah, exactly. It is. If you went last year, you have to sign up to get tickets like in the middle of summer, and it's like this first come first serve thing, and you're like waiting on this web page for like 10 a.m. to hit, and then you can start, you only have a certain, it's just so ridiculous now. It's just, used to, you could go to the place. You could go in the front door and say, give me the pass for the weekend, And they're like, all right. It was only 3 days when I first started going. They used half of the Javits Center. I don't know if any of y'all been to New York. Javits Center over there on the west side of Manhattan. And beautiful place, like all glass. It's just really nice. They just expanded it too. But I mean, you're talking about like, what did they say? Like for 4 days, it was like close to 200,000 people. I mean, that's just nuts. But if you're a nerd, it's all good. CIA behind so many TV shows. I'll be seeing all sorts of. Oh yeah, like your all the, especially those CBS shows, right? The Unit was one. 24 on Fox. That was another propaganda show too. There was a show that said, you know what, it's okay to bend the law as long as it's terrorists, you know, then you're solid. Man, of course, the U.S. didn't. Nobody's landed there. On the moon? No, nobody's landed on the moon. I don't know, maybe not. You know, they say like the craters. Like for the most part, all the craters on the moon are like at the same depth. It's like it goes down to a certain depth and then it flattens out, right? That's why you see like all these smooth craters and stuff. 'Cause it's really a spaceship, bro, that brought humanity to Earth thousands of years ago and has just been our guiding light to help stabilize the planet for the new human arrivals. Yeah, so first of all, you cannot land on a light projection. That is what the moon is. Secondly, we have never went beyond the orbit. That's from NASA. Wow. Yeah, it does ring. They said they dropped some sort of like missile on it or something. And it rang like a bell for an hour. Yeah, Rick. NCIS, CSI, all those 3 and 4 letter agencies have their 3 and 4 letter TV shows that they do, right? Like Criminal Minds, that's another one too. They make you think it's some sort of like thing, but it's like, yeah, the CIA's been doing that to everybody for years. OMB. The moon is cheese. What are y'all talking about? Everyone knows this. Is it Gouda cheese? Or is it Limburger, the stinky? Old Man Barker had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well this evening. We got a good crowd over here. We got about 25 watching on YouTube. You guys are splendid. Shaka laka laka laka. You playing right now? Oh, you met Lou over on Rumble. How you doing? You met Lou Ferrigno a couple of weeks ago. Lou Ferrigno, I hear he's a nice guy, but that's all he does now is conventions. That's his thing. He might do a little guest star thing here and there, but for the most part, the Hulk is just doing cons, right? Doing conventions and charging a buttload of money for autographs, pictures, that sort of thing. That's the whole racket there, man. There's people spend thousands of dollars to get pictures and signatures of these people that are probably just going to be assholes in their lives later on when they find out what shitlibs they are, or you know what kind of evil fucks they are. Deny, defend, depose. Right? Oh man. Yeah, the CEO of United Health, United Healthcare, man. I mean, look, I don't condone violence. I understand it, but I don't condone it in most cases. But I will say I'm amazed that hasn't happened sooner, right? With all the medical bankruptcies that's been going on in this country and people just losing family members because they can't afford to pay the bills, the hospital bills or whatever medical bills. And then they go after this guy and, that's a wrap for him. Now these other CEOs are starting to talk about getting their own private, security, like their own little Secret Service people, So maybe that's where we're going. Everybody's going to have, like, all the elites are going to have to start, bringing their own private armies with them. They found the dude's backpack and it was full of Monopoly money. That's funny. Yeah, so, there is, he was, so Ferrigno, 50 for a signed pic and 80 for a group selfie with my kids and me. It depends. It really depends on where you're at too. Like if it's a smaller convention, they don't tend to charge as much, but like the New York ones, I'm pretty sure at San Diego they do too, but they don't play. These motherfuckers get bank at these conventions, man. I wish I'd been in a shitty sci-fi TV show like 30 years ago. I'd be going to these conventions too, making bank too. Hey, you want to take a picture with Dollar Tree Martin Mall? Here you go. Well, we'll do it. Give me $50, please. Money. Thank you. These arthritis pills don't pay for themselves. They're all going to have their own Ed 209s made by Tesla. So hoping for malfunction. Yeah, anything made by Tesla, you're pretty sure that shit's going to break down. Because everybody thinks Elon's inventing this shit. No, he just buys out these companies that's doing this stuff already. And then he claims like credit for it because he owns the shit. And it's like, no, dude, the only thing smart about him is the fact that he was born into money already. That was smart. If you're not born into money, then that's not smart. You can't really make money unless you have money. And if you haven't already have an obscene amount of money right off the top, chances are you're going to be fine. Just like, what was it? Trump said, I don't know, he said something like, I only started with $1 million or some shit like that. Like, whatever. Timbuktu in the house. Bring back the days of Bonnie and Clyde. Well, I mean you kind of are with hackers. They're not rolling up in these big long cars with the Tommy guns. They're going clickety click 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 and busting into people's bank accounts and shit like that. So, he was born into money. He was. Anybody that's trying to tell me how to better my life that was born into money, you go fuck yourself. I don't want nothing to do with you. You like if you had built like this fortune or something literally from the ground up, like, but even then, if you become a billionaire, you got to do some evil shit to become a billionaire. You really do. I mean, it's you ain't doing it selling Girl Scout cookies. You know what I'm saying? Musk has proven multiple times that he's an idiot. From that stupid Tesla truck to Starlink, anyone with a basic degree of physics or engineering saw the catastrophe coming. Yeah, that truck is stupid. He said the windows were bulletproof, and dude went up to it with like just some sort of thing, just went psh, broke the window. And it's ugly as fuck too. It looks like that car Homer Simpson designed for his half brother. I'm just like, what's all these weird like looking? It's like it wants to be a DeLorean. But it's kind of like the special needs version of a DeLorean where it's not cool looking and it's just ass and broken and just shit. I do not want a Tesla. I've seen too many of those things. It's like RoboCop. Well, you made the RoboCop reference, Rick. I'll make a RoboCop reference. It's the Sux 9000, or was it the Sux 6000? I can't remember. There was the name of the car in RoboCop. It was the SUX. That's what those cars are. Those are the Sucks. Refrigerator on wheels. The continents are all similarly shaped. Well, they are. choosy, and because Africa and South America, they fit together quite nicely, right? They kind of do all these things, That was long ago when I think the last supercontinent we had was it Pangea, I think. I mean, I remember Pangea. I remember I had a house in Pangea. It was nice. Yeah, it was, Miguel. It was the SUX. But I can't remember if it was the 6,000 or 9,000. But anyway, it was just an ugly car. And that's what these Teslas, some of these Teslas look like Fed cars, right? They got the Fed wheels, with the shitty hubcaps and no tag. So if the exoskeleton is hard and stiff, giggity. Wait a minute. There's a sound thing for that.
Giggity, 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 goo.
If the exoskeleton is hard and stiff and absorbs all the impact, what's going to happen with the passengers inside, I wonder. Yeah. So yeah, where's the cushion? Like when it hits something, what happens in here? Does everybody just... Probably the seat belts are shitty too. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if there was like seat belts made out of like dental floss or, the dried tears of children sewn together to make some sort of belt. Shaka laka laka. Seeing two Cybertrucks. One was gold plated. Yeah, I've seen the different colored ones. But they're just ugly cars. Like the cars, and I guess the cars aren't bad looking, and they're just kind of mid. But those fucking trucks, Jesus Christ! Ugh. It's not even a truck because is there even a bed in the back? I mean, how is it a truck if it's like all made of triangles and shit? I don't know. Yeah, they will. There's no cushioning and stuff. I don't want to. You know what I want? I tell you what I wish I had right now is a 91 Honda Civic stick shift. One, because there's no computer bullshit in it. So, Shade Tree Mechanics, you know who you are. You can work on it, and you don't need, a fucking Pentium 3 to run it. The Chinese electric vehicles are better. Yeah. Well, shit, they're curing diabetes and all kinds of AIDS and shit over there. So I'm pretty sure their cars should be okay. But that 91 Honda I had was a little go-getter. Right? Stick shift. So like if the battery's dead, just put it in the neutral, get it rolling, put the clutch down, and then you let off the clutch, put it in gear, put it like in second gear and then pop the clutch and boom, and it'll start up. You can't do that with cars today. You can't do it. You can't do it. You try to pop the clutch on a car these days. First off, the person will say, "Sir, what's a clutch?" And that's when I'll start crying because I know I'm old. Because I mean, look, cursive writing in school gone. Teaching people how to drive stick shifts gone. We're losing a lot of the old ways like that. So when the when the EMPs hit and all your electric cars are all tits up, you don't have gotta get get the 91 Civic or the 77 Chevy that I learned how to drive on when I was 10 years old. 3 on the column, baby. First, second, third, reverse. Oh, those stick shifts were great. The only thing was, if you live in a big city or something like that, the stop and go traffic, it's a nightmare. You're sitting there just constantly, like that. Like I just fucked some shit up. You're just constantly stopping and going and all this stuff, and you'd rather have an automatic. But if you're out on the highway, you get better gas mileage with a stick shift too. Don't ask me why. I'm no physicist, but God, I love that car. It was so good, but it was on its last legs. I think it had 100,000 miles on it when I got it, and then I put another 200,000 on there. But it replaced very few parts on it, though. I was very surprised. I was very surprised that, you know, so few parts for those older Civics like that. They used to, I remember back in the 80s or the late 80s, they had the Honda CRX. Remember the CRX? It looked like a big red cockroach. But apparently, yeah, that clutch kept you awake. You know what else kept you awake? Like if you're on a long trip, if it's cold outside, you roll down the window. So you roll down the window. Or you press the button to make the window go down, and then you stick your head out the window and let that cold air wake you up. I had to do that on a few night trips. I was going to college, and I would drive overnight. It was about 4.5 hours. It wasn't that bad, but no traffic. I like to drive at night when there's no traffic, but it was spooky as hell. I will tell you this story. This is a little gross, but you guys are adults. I think you can take this. So one night, I'm at college, and I'm coming home to the Gulf Coast, and I'm driving along in this. This was before I had the Civic. My dad gave me a 80 Chevy Malibu with the oxidized paint, the whole 9 yards. The air conditioner didn't work, and of course, it's Mississippi summers are brutal. So anyway, I'm driving along, and I just stopped someplace and got a burger, and I'm driving along, and all of a sudden I get the tummy gurgles, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. And I am in the middle of bumfuck Egypt. There is not, the next exit is like 10 miles away or something like that. And things are happening downstairs that don't need to be happening in a moving car, nowhere near a toilet. So needless to say, I had to pull over, and there was like a little ditch, and then there was like a thicket of woods. So I was like, okay, let me see what I got. Miguel knows. What's happening. So anyway, I run into the woods, but before I do, I'm looking for paper, right? I'm looking for anything like old, like fast food napkins, a paper towel, anything. So I can, do a little cleaning maintenance afterwards, because I can't find any. The only thing I could find were Popeye's coupons. A sheet of Popeye's coupons like this on the glossy paper. Remember that, the glossy paper. And yeah, so anyway, I do my business right there on the tree line there, right? And I don't have any paper with me. I say, okay, so I have to go back to the car and get the Popeye's coupon, crinkle it up so I can have some traction. But I'm kind of, with my pants around my ankles, and I'm getting to the car. I mean, this is like 3 or 4 in the morning. All of a sudden in the distance, I see some headlights coming. And I got my pants around my ankles, my dick's hanging out, and I got like shit. And I'm looking at, and I get these fucking Popeye's coupons. I'm sitting there going, like the killer's coming. And I'm just like, oh God, and I clean up and like whatever. And I get in the car, and I'm just driving along just like I've been violated, just like, what happened? What the actual fuck just happened? It's a very personal story for me, and I wanted to share it with you because, I trust you people not to tell anybody. Exactly, Kate. It was the squirts with 3 Z's, maybe 4. I think there was a 4th Z in there. Now, I'm just sharing that because it's a fun story, and I don't mind telling it. Self-deprecating humor often wins the day, and so shitty ass, pants around ankles, run into the car trying to get some sort of Popeye's coupons to work. Yeah, not good. But that car wasn't bad, but it was an automatic, and like I said, I think I ended up abandoning it at an auto parts store that was closed. It was like some junkyard that was closed, and I'd already bought another car at that point. And by that time, the car was like leaning to one side, and there was just like this rainbow of fluids leaking out of it. So I dropped it off at at this junkyard. I think it was on a Sunday because the place was closed. I leave a note on the car that says, you can have this piece of shit. If you want to give me some money, that's great. I'll send you the title. This is my name, phone number. So, right, about a week later, I get a call from the guy, and he said, yeah, you left this piece of shit at my place. I'm like, yes, I'm the one who dropped that piece of shit at your junkyard. He said, well, I'll give you $50. I said, all right. So, I mailed him the title. He mailed me the check. Back in the days when you had checks. And yeah, so I made $50 off of that. But I wore that car out, man. Rode hard and put up wet for real. But I was talking about that Honda CRX earlier, and I got sidetracked. But the Honda CRX, apparently, in the 1980s, right, this Honda Civic was getting like 40 to 50 miles per gallon. And it was a stick shift, too. And I told my dad, I said, Dad, we got to get this car. I said, look, man, 40 to 50 miles to the gallon, man, it's just sippy. It's not, the gas. It just looks at the gas and goes, oh, look, it's gas. Nah, I don't need you. We're fine for right now. You just have fun with your friends, right? So, but God, I love that car, too. It looks so cool. And Dad said, no, we're not getting that fucking car. But and I haven't seen one since, right? I don't see Yugos anymore either. I used to see Yugos all the time, but not anymore. Yeah, I did. I got sidetracked by my own shitty story. That was pretty much it, Miguel. But the car was a happy ending. Yeah, that was fine. I mean, because I already had I bought this. I think it was a 92 Chrysler LeBaron convertible. Oh my God. I love that car, man. When the top was down, it was like the Batmobile, man. You were just like, especially driving along the beach, man. It's a nice sunny day. And you're just like, oh man, this is everything. But then when you put the roof on, it was garbage. It looked like, somebody had dropped this car off at a junkyard, abandoned it, and then somehow brought it back to life. Because the roof was all duct tape. It was just nothing but duct tape. And it leaked too. I always had a coffee can right by the stick shift. So when it was leaking. But when the top was down, that car was rated PG for pussy getting. I didn't get that much pussy, but it was still, for those who could get pussy, it was a pussy getting car. Anyway, but I love that car, and I broke an axle on it, and it was going to cost more than the car was worth. You know how that goes. So we had to say bon voyage to that fun car, and that's when I got the Civic. So I love that car. That Civic was great. All right, we got one more video. I know I've been yakking your ears off, but I watch these videos, and these are like the work inner office animations where the manager is talking to Veronica, and Veronica is having none of her dumb shit. So I can't remember who does this. See, this is from G Plus Animation on YouTube. So this is G Plus Animation, Veronica, and this is Veronica doesn't check her email after 5 p.m. So all my blue collar peeps and some of my white collar ones, you'll appreciate this.
Hi, good morning, Veronica. Do you have a quick second? Yeah. I sent you a time-sensitive email yesterday. I haven't received a response. Well, I just got in, so I am checking my emails now. I should be responding to yours within a few minutes. Oh, okay. So when you first got hired in orientation, they should have shown you how to download our email system onto your cell phone.
That passive shit. That's what I never couldn't stand about these corporate places. Now, we said, we told you in orientation. You remember? Now, I don't want to be that person, but I guess I got to be that person.
So you don't have to be at your workstation in order to receive the email. They did. I just opted out of that option because I don't check my email after hours. We really, really appreciate when our team members have access to their work email, just because we get requests in 24/7, and we want to be able to be there for our clients. I hope that makes sense. I'm not a 24/7 employee, Janet. I'm so sorry. There's just no way that you're going to have access to me after 5 p.m. If you want me to be on call and you want me to respond after hours, that's fine, but that's going to require some on-call pay or a stipend. But I'm not just going to have the email on my phone and let you have access to me whenever you want. If it's a dire emergency, as a manager, I think you can take care of it. And if it's not an emergency, it can wait till 9 a.m. the next day. But I'm not downloading email onto my phone.
Good for you. As well, you shouldn't. There's a series of those on there. And it's just basically, oh, well, can you train this person? Yeah, how much extra are you going to pay me? Oh, we thought we would do it as a favor. And so the person pulls out her, she said, what are these? I said, oh, yeah, this is my phone and my light bill. She was wondering if you could pay these for me. You could do a favor for me. They're so smarmy, but they're so good. They are so good. Oh, look at Prop sneaking in there. Man, your masturbating takes this long? Dude, the show started an hour and a half ago. You must be a champ. Props in there. Oh, Jesus. Well, that was a fun time. We should probably get out of here. We only do about an hour and a half with these. Maybe we'll get somebody on pretty soon. We got, what is this? This is the 96th show that we've done of The Secret Show. And you might be thinking to yourself, why shouldn't you have like a lot more? And yes, you're right. I should have a lot more, but, took a few, hiatuses, or is it, hiati? I'm not quite sure of the plural of that is, but, yeah, so we're finally sneaking up on the big 100. So January 4th, the first show of the new year, is probably going to be the 100th show. So might have some familiar faces on here. We'll see, but I'll let you know. I think that's it for tonight. Like I said, I didn't have that many videos. I know the Syria thing was pretty crazy. So, is there, let me see if there's any update to that real quick before we get out of here. It just says, this is just Al Jazeera saying that it's opposition takes Damascus, says al-Assad overthrown, but then I've been trying to check like RT. Usually RT has the break-in stuff on there too. So now they're saying, Syrian army informs officers of regime change. Jihadists claim they have taken control of the capital, Damascus, following a rapid offensive. So I guess it's for real that Bashir al-Assad is gone. He's out of the country. And like I said, this started like 10 days ago. And they got Aleppo, Hama was another big city or big town in Syria, and now apparently Damascus, the capital, is fallen. So hopefully by Monday a lot of this will get sorted out, and we'll have on the morning show, on Morning Extra, we'll find out what the latest is in Syria, like who's taking over, that sort of thing, who's in charge now, what's the US doing, what's Russia doing, that sort of thing. So yeah, and I think tomorrow I'm going to try, I started this series last week. Nobody's watched it yet, which is fine. Like these game places like Epic Games, Steam, they have a lot of free games on there. So what I'm doing is, with Epic anyway, they have a free game or two every week that they drop. So this week they're dropping a Star Wars Lego game, which we're going to be playing at some point. And I think tomorrow is going to be the bus simulator. So if you're you like riding buses, you won't get that bus smell, unfortunately. I mean, maybe if you wait a couple of days before you shower and then take a sniff, then you might get some smell-o-vision out of it. But yeah, so So yeah, it's a bus simulator. Yeah, Quantum Alchemist. Dude, there's all kinds of simulators out there. There's a power spray game where you just go around and you power spray, you clean certain buildings. Okay. I mean, it's like, I guess it's like porn. They got something for everybody nowadays when it comes to games. So if you like cleaning, there you go. It's what it's all about. But I don't know. I haven't downloaded it yet. I'm going to download it tomorrow. And we'll drive the bus. I don't know how far a free bus game will go, but we'll see. Maybe we'll pick up some people. Maybe we'll do like speed, right? Keep it above. Was it above 55 or 50? Whatever you had to keep it above. We'll run down some people. It probably wouldn't be good for a stream to, play a bus simulator like you would Grand Theft Auto 4, but or 5. But it is what it is. So we'll probably be doing some gaming tomorrow. Be sure to check out my peeps here, our little friends here. I know was Political Matrix on tonight? I didn't get a notification from them. Sometimes they do shows on Sunday too, so check out. Be sure to be watching out for them. If any of my content creators in the chat, if you want to drop what you got going on, if you got something going on tomorrow or Monday, put it in the chat, let people know. Otherwise, speak now or forever hold your peace. Otherwise, I'll be back Monday. After tomorrow, I'll be back Monday morning with Morning Extra. We're going to try and do another Extra Bulla Live this week. I don't know who my guest will be, but we'll try and find somebody cool for you. And we'll do this shit again next week, number 97. So I appreciate everybody that's here tonight that have stuck it out this far. You're good peoples. Like I said, if you're new, like, share, and subscribe, all this stuff. It's free. If you want to contribute to the show, there's links down below. You can do like CashApp or Vimeo or whatever. But there's also, we have a Patreon too. You can do $1 a month. And if you can't afford any of that stuff, that's fine. If you could share out the links, I would definitely appreciate that. That's 99% as good as actually getting the donations. So I will definitely take anything I can get there. So, and everything is appreciated. Amori, a sad state the gaming industry is in. There are only a few good titles, far and few in between, like myself, for instance. Well, good to see you, Amari. Thanks for hanging out with us. Some of these games are just ridiculous. That's why I'm downloading the free ones, and if they're any good, I'll recommend them. If not, I'll just be like, at least it's free. You ain't gotta pay for it. So, you play with me. You best play me when enhanced. Drop some acid or X before and enjoy the ride. Well, if I drop acid or X, I'll forget who I'm playing with. I'll be just like, I'll forget I'm playing. I'll be like, why is the walls bleeding? How come I can taste colors? When did that happen? All right, I'm jibber jabbering. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I love each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay sane, stay out of the cults. Don't worship people. Use your critical thinking skills. And let's get this revolution started for reals. All right? We'll see you on the flip side. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you next time.
There can be only one.
Yeah!
Nice to meet you. My name's